What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today we're creating a simple illustration of Bowser from Super Mario. For today's lesson we'll need some paper and a pencil. I'm using this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. And if you want more details on the art supplies we use on this channel, I'll leave a list with links in the description below. I want to begin by adding some guidelines to help with the balance and symmetry of our drawing. Let's start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So we're going to start at the very top in the middle. And we're just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom using these short lines. Now let's go back to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. So we'll start with the left and then just stretch that out towards the right side. Now you want the left and right side of the face to be symmetrical. So we're going to start over on the left side with the top edge of the nose. So we'll start up here, bend this up in the middle, and then bring that back down on the right side. From the ends, we're going to bend the nose, coming down and then in towards the center of our page. Let's go to the outside of the nose. We're going to draw a circle going all the way around and then back up in the center along the bottom. So go up, come around the side, and then up in the middle. And we'll do the same thing on the right, just lining this up. Now from the bottom, I'm just going to curve the inside of the mouth, coming in and then down towards that lower lip. And we'll curve the bottom, going up and then back down. Now right where this curve meets that center line, we're going to draw another circle, going all the way around, and just pull that back in towards the side. Let's go over towards the right and do the same thing. Now from the bottom of that circle, let's curve the head, coming down. I just want to bend that in towards the bottom corner of the mouth. Let's move up along the side. We're going to draw the chin. We're going to come down, and then bend that up in the center, come down and up on the right side. Now let's go back up and draw the bottom edge of the eyelid. We're going to start from the side of the nose, bend this up, and then out. Let's go back to the inside, curve this in and then up along the inside edge of the brow. Now we're going to come back down towards the bottom. We're going to curve the brow. We're going to go up towards the top. We want to round this out and then come down along the side. Let's do the exact same thing on the right, going up towards the same height and then bending that down. Now we're going to draw the top of the brow, going up, going higher in the middle, come in and then down towards the inside edge. Let's go all the way up toward the top on the right and then back down. Now underneath the brow, we're going to curve the eye, going around and then in towards the cheeks. Let's pull the iris and pupil towards the inside underneath the brow. So we're going to draw a half circle. Just line that up on the right. Now from the outside of the brow, let's curve the head, going out and then down on top of the cheeks. From the top of the brow, we're going to step down, curve the hairline, coming down and then up. Now there's two large horns along the side of the head, so we're going to start with the base. Let's start from the side of the brow, going out and then back in on top of the cheeks. Let's go up to the top. We're going to curve the horns, going out and then up on both sides. And then we'll taper this so it gets thicker as it comes down and then in towards the bottom. Let's finish off our rough sketch with the hair. We're going to start on the left side, bend this around and in, and curl that back out towards the left. Now we're going to bend this across and then down towards the right side. Let's add a layer on the left side. We're going to come around and in, bend that back out, and then tuck that in towards the side. Let's add one more, going out and up along the side, come down and in on top of the brow. Now over on the right side, I'm just going to curve this around and then down on top of the right brow. Now with our rough sketch in place, let's go back and erase these two guidelines. And while we're doing that, I want to take a quick moment to introduce the pencil we're using in today's lesson. This is the NIC Pro Mechanical Pencil. The 5-piece set comes complete with 5 drafting pencils, 4 tubes of lead refills for all the different sizes, 2 erasers, also 9-piece eraser refills, 2 lead sharpeners, with a pack of colored leads. And all of this is neatly packed in a gift storage box. Now, since I started using this pencil back in 2023, it's really changed the level of my drawings. The heavier weight of the pencil has helped me create smoother and more controlled lines. And with the wide variety of lead sizes, I can easily transition from high detail to smooth shading. And NIC Pro also has a fun color set for those who want something a little bit more lightweight. I used to think that all pencils are created equal, but since using this NIC Pro mechanical pencil, it's been a game changer for my art. Now, if you want to give this pencil a try, I'll leave the link in the description below. And now let's get back to today's lesson. Now, we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us add some more detail and refine the shape. Now, I always like to start with the eyes. Let's start with the inside edge of the brow. We start with a thicker line across the bottom and then just taper that up towards the top, just to give this line some weight. And then go across the bottom of the brow, going up. Again, going a little bit thicker along the inside. Now I want to add some points along the bottom. So I'm just going to curve this down, pull that back up, add another point coming down. We'll add one more point along the side. I'll just blend this up towards the top of the brow. And I want to give this a little bit more shape along the inside. So we'll just dip this down and then bend that in towards that inside fold. Let's do the exact same thing on the right. Start by going up. Let's add a small point coming down. I'm just going to pull this down, just adding a small fold. We're not going to go all the way down towards the bottom. You can see that I'm just following this rough sketch as our guide. I'm just tracing this out and adding a little bit more contrast to our lines. Trace the iris on the inside from the pupil. Now along the top of the pupil, let's add a small circle for a highlight, and it will darken up the bottom. Let's move down to the bottom. I'm just going to add a fold across the center of the nose, and just tapering that out. Now let's modify the sides of the cheeks, starting across the top from the side of the head, just pulling this down a little bit further. And we'll round out the cheeks. You want to blend the cheeks in towards the side of the mouth, so we're not going to pull this all the way in. So stop right about there, and then continue this curve coming around the side of the head, down towards the bottom. Add a fold across the corners of the mouth, coming up across the cheeks. Add a small bracket on the ends. Let's go to the top of the nose and add in the nostrils. So just bending this up and then out on either side. Again, just adding a little bit of thickness along the top. And now we're going to move down and add in the teeth, starting along the top with 2 along the sides. Just giving a slight bend. And we'll add 2 across the bottom, starting from the corners of the mouth, bending this up and in. We're going to add 1 more tooth on the side of the mouth, starting with the base with a curve, and going up towards the top. Let's add the edge of the tongue along the top, putting this down in the middle, and it will just darken up the back of the throat. And now that we've finished tracing out all our contours, I'm going to go back and just clean up our drawing. Just trying to erase as much of that underlying sketch as we can. Now we're going to move to the side edge of our pencil and start adding some shadows. So let's start with the base of the horns. We're going to darken up the bottom and then just fade that up towards the top, towards a highlight. So we're going to place the shadows across the bottom. Let's do the same thing across the horn, just adding a little bit of shadow across the bottom and then fading that up. Add a little bit of texture across the base of the hair. And just fading that up towards the top. And do the same thing across the eyebrow, darkening up the inside and then blending that out. I want to darken up the inside of the mouth, going around the teeth. Now I'm just going to blend this down towards the bottom. I want to place some shadows across the face. So I'm going to start from the bottom of the nose, just adding some shadow and then blending that up. And these shadows are going to help give some shape to the head. Going back and just darkening up the inside of the face, going around the eyes. And now the finishing touches, we're going to add a little bit of texture across the base of the hair. Just pulling these lines going up. Also adding a few lines coming down. Now, as we get closer to the end, we're just going to finish off our detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's an illustration of Bowser from Super Mario. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. And if you want more details on the art supplies we used, I'll leave a list with links in the description below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.